money is made in the market when you know how to decide on your own. Money is made in the market when you pick, you decide based on what fits you, based on what is based on the trading plan that you create. Let's start first with Alliance Global. Let's start with AGI. AGI, I'm a big fan of stocks that have a large amount of volume or large value turnovers because this depicts conviction. Please remember, in the world of trading and investing, the larger the conviction, the better it is, the bigger it is, the more reliable the movement will be. So, by the way, here's a chart for AGI. No? So if you segment it well, you will see this. AGI has already broke out from 1, 2, 3, 4 major moving averages. It also broke out from the resistance that I've pegged at around 14 pesos per share. So now, should the breakout progress and should the stock continue to go up even further, I really think that for the midterm, a possible target price for this will be at 16.5 pesos per share. So this is a possible upside that we could see for Alliance Global. So let me check as well. So if you're looking at this from AGI's perspective, for quick traders, because of the breakout from 14, our target price is 16.5 pesos per share. For position traders also, because it broke out from a very, very bearish resistance, what we can expect now is this. The stock has stopped falling. The stock is now starting to reverse. And as it's starting to reverse, you are a position trader. The trend now is on your side. As long as it stays above 14, you're a position trader. Keep on adding. So let's segment this. Quick trading, breakout of 14, continue to buy. Target price is 16.5 pesos per share. It drops below 14, stay away from it or cut your losses and sell. It could possibly retrace back to around 13 pesos per share for the short term. Now, position trading again, 14 is the magic number. Stays above 14, position as much as you can, and I'll update you on a possible next stocks by request if a reversal downward is occurring. But as of this point in time, you don't have any reversal patterns yet. So there. By the way, quick plug also on some events. Manila Stocks Mart Manila is ongoing, but after that, October will be interesting because we'll be doing Stocks Marts in Qatar, Cebu, then when November comes, it will be Davao, Dubai, Singapore, and Taiwan. So all of those cities, all of those events, all for you, for those who want to learn, for those who place a value on learning to trade and to invest in the market. So we talked about AGI. I want to talk about DMC. I posted a picture of the chart of DMC last Friday or last weekend when the stock started to reverse. Similar to AGI, you have DMC starting to reverse also. DMC is now out of the downtrend. Aside from it being out of the downtrend, it broke out from major resistances already. So let me show you the charts before progress with the analysis. So this is DMC. This is the downtrend that I've mentioned that was prevailing for the past few months. So the downtrend was here. Then you saw something that happened over the past few weeks that it escaped the downtrend. But aside from it escaping the downtrend, as you look at DMC, it also broke out from a major resistance at around 12.4. So now here's the deal with this. If it stays above 12.4, you can possibly expect DMC to go and adjust to around 14.6 pesos per share for the short term. So quick traders, you can put your target prices at 14.6. This is a 19.2 upside for the short term. So breakout from 12.4. Quick traders, 14.6 upside or 14.6 target price is pretty much there. For position traders, as long as it stays above 12.4, as long as it stays above 12.5, the stock is bullish. You don't have to sell. There's no reversal signal yet at the time. So let me segment this again. You're a quick trader, breakout of 12.4, target price is 14.6, fails to hold 12.4, stay away from the stock, get out of the stock, as you may possibly see it retrace lower. But for position traders, if it stays above 12.4, add as much as you can, and I'll update you once we see some sort of reversals coming for the stock. The next stock that actually I wanted to break down also was SMC. SMC had a pretty good run, similar to FB as well. If you look at SMC and you try to break it down, the best time to have bought it for for the stock was around, for me, at the breakout of 139, 140 was a very good breakout point. The second best time to buy SMC was around 144 if you're looking at it from a short-term perspective. So let me break it down for you guys so you see it as well. Yeah, look at this. So this was the best time to actually come in around August. The breakout from all of this. For those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, you know our junction principle. You know our junction principle using moving averages. This is a good time for you, good place for you to position for the stock. After that, it broke out again from 144, 145 peso levels. At this point in time, it would have been very prudent for you to come in because from a short, mid, and long-term perspective, the stock was also bullish. And now I placed the resistance. I pegged the resistance around 170 for short-term traders. However, the difference from the 170 level was this: it broke out of 170 today. So quick traders, sana, if 170 wasn't broken, for SMC, you could have sold already. But since it broke past that as well, there's no sell signal yet for the stock. So here's the thing. For quick traders and position traders, the stock is still bullish. There's still no sell signal as of this point in time. For quick traders, it broke out again. It's still not showing signs of reversal. Even MACD is still showing that there's no change in direction. Everything is still bullish. You bought SMC at the breakout just a few days ago. Hold on to your positions. Again, I said this in Stock Smarts Manila last weekend though. It requires great discipline to pick and select stocks when buy signals emerge, but it also requires a much greater discipline from your end to hold on to your position, because you have to remember, you have to tame the feeling that you want to sell, you want to take profits. Do not take profits just to make money. Take profits because your technical indicators dictate that you're supposed to sell. That's the way you make money. That's the way you gain conviction in the markets. You gain conviction in the markets when your signals show you that you're supposed to sell. Why? Because if you sell out of emotion, that doesn't build your craft, that doesn't build your skill. I'll say this over and over, don't just focus on making money, focus on building your skills, because as you focus on building your skills, it's your skills that will carry you later on to allow you to make cash in the market. And I love doing videos like this because it's also available to everyone. You can just backtrace and just study these videos, and I hope this is something that would add constant value to you guys as well. So let's look at FB. I talked about FB I think extensively last week, as it started to move up. So why am I saying this and why is this relevant? FB has a lot to do with the storyline of SMC, the consolidation of all of their even the liquor business to FB. That's why you have a large movement. Even the candlesticks, let me show you the chart. Even the candlesticks are still bullish. So the best time to have bought it was from the breakout of the resistance of 71. Something that we saw just a few weeks ago. So the breakout of this causing all of the short, mid, and long-term parameters telling us that it's still bullish. So the stock is still breaking out. The best thing that you can do to make money in the markets is, as long as it's still breaking out, you don't need to sell, you don't need to take profits, you just hold on to your position and just hold on as long as you can. So again, similar to SMC, the stock is breaking out based on news, based on what's happening, and based on the consolidation. So we have no sell signal yet for the stock from a short, mid, and long perspective. So if you are a quick trader, you don't need to sell. If you are a position trader, you don't need to sell yet. Why? Position trading, again, you sell during reversals, and we don't have any reversal pattern yet as of this point in time. For quick traders, you sell once resistance has failed to break. It just continues to go up. There's even the short-term parameters are not showing us any movements or any ideologies of selling. You have Sun Quintas asking for Sun, Aldrin Guardino asking for RLC, JJ Ace, EW, Eagle, and Pizza. Mini De La Cruz asking for Bloom. Rob Kensen asking for what's this? Netkel. Eden Banzuela asking for PXP and MAC. Ezekiel De Los Reyes, IRC, IDC, AGI, FBSM. I answered most of it already. Alan asking for AGI. I have answered that as well. Bill Will, IRC, DMC. Annalyn Ruelo asking for SM Prime Holding. So now let's look at Bloom naman. So for those who are joining us just now, we've talked about DMC, AGI which are reversing. We've talked about SMC and FB which are breaking out. So now, if we've had some good reports, now let's look at a stock that is not as promising from a tech perspective. For those who have been following the FB lives that I've been doing for the past few months, or even last year, you know that Bloom had such an amazing run last year. However, this year, it's now starting to retrace. The stock is pretty much bearish. Now, let me show you the chart over here. If you look at the chart, you will see this. After the break of this, medyo magulo yung lines ko, no? But after the break of this moving averages, the stock is still heavily on the downtrend. So one thing that you need to watch out for Bloom, no, is this. It's sitting at the 9.2 peso range. However, the stock is bearish. The stock is bearish short, mid, and long term. If you're a position trader, please stay away from the stock because the stock really hasn't shown any signs of reversal yet. But here's the thing. If it stays above 9.2, quick traders can try to gobble it up but cut loss if it fails to hold 9.2. But if it bounces from 9.2, buy at 9.2, sell at 11.2 pesos per share. So possible tradable range for Bloom, no, it doesn't hold 9.2. The downtrend will continue to progress. If you buy at 9.2 and you're a quick trader, please cut if it does not hold 9.2. But if it holds 9.2, buy at 9.2 and your target price will be 11.2 pesos for the short term for a quick trade as well. So we've talked about and in general, no, the market has been doing better. It's been doing well. It's not where we were 2-3 months ago when the entire market was relatively bearish and you just had a few select stocks that were doing well. Let's review URC. I mentioned URC that broke out from a major resistance a few trading days ago. But let's look at the charts again and let's hit it. So URC, as I've mentioned, started to break out of this downtrend. This is the downtrend of URC. If you've been following it, it broke this downtrend. Then after a few days after, it started to break past this level. So a very crucial portion people following URC is the 140 level. Why am I saying this? For 140, if URC stays above this, position traders put as much as you can, put as often as you can. If it stays above that, it will show you a complete reversal from bearish to bullish. If it fails to hold 140, you are a quick trader, sell. You are a position trader. Also, if 140 does not hold, get away from the stock as soon as possible. Then you have Annalyn Ruelio asking for SMPH, Dominic Reyes asking for SEB, Gina Ramirez, SMPH, JGS, BDO, Jobs, Galsim, LRW is there, Hope, Gino Ramirez, nagtag lang pala siya ng tao, Janine Riaport asking for SMC, Matthew Bautista, thank you, hello to all of you guys. So there, there's so many greetings, so I'm not sure if I can greet everyone, but I want to I saw a lot of messages also for pizza. Let's try to break pizza down as well. As compared to the other stocks, pizza is still bearish. Let me show you over here. As you can see, it has to break past 14 to have any significance. So what's good about pizza is it's out of this downtrend already. If you see, I'll put my finger, it's out of this downtrend already, but it still has to break out of the 14 level to have any significance for the short, mid, and long term. So as compared to other stocks, this is pretty much there's no momentum in this, there's no push yet. I think what will give it a push is it needs to break out of 14 pesos per share. If it breaks out of 14, there's a possibility that it will go up to 15.2 or 15.6 pesos for the short term. If it fails to hold, as you can see, it's floating at around the 13.2 support level. It fails to hold 13.2. I think it could possibly retrace down to around 12 pesos for term. So interesting times also for Shakey's, but not as exciting as compared to other stocks that we've been seeing in the market that have started to reverse already and that have shown good signs as well. For Jollibee though, a lot of you guys asking about Jollibee. Jollibee from 286, it failed to hold 286 pesos per share. So the problem with that is this: if Jollibee, look over here, fails to hold 286, 287, there's a possibility that it could retrace to around first of all, it can retrace around 265 pesos per share. 265 does not hold, it could possibly go back to around 245 levels. So let's watch what will happen over the next few days. But a failure to hold 286, 287 will bring Jollibee to around 265 pesos per share. So again, let's not be attached and put emotions into this. So Jollibee is still a great company, although at this point in time it's still very, very expensive. But if it fails to hold 286, I think it could retrace down to 265 pesos per share for the short term. So there, let me greet more people. Juanita Gabriel, we've already talked about Facebook. Facebook FB, I mean Pure Foods. I'm getting a lot of requests for Seb TBGI, and also Blue. I mentioned Bloom already. So Seb TBGI, and let's probably see what else can we get. Okay, we have people from Saudi Arabia tuned in. Ako, hello to you. Wilfredo, Ali, healthy pullback lang po. I mentioned Ali in a couple of videos already, so you can reference the previous videos for Ali, but a very, very important level to watch out for Ali is the 42 peso level. 42, I think, is a very, very strong support. If it bounces off that, it will just be a healthy movement downward. If it bounces off of that, I think it still has a chance to go to around 47 pesos per share. If 42 does not hold, you may expect, I guess, a drop for the stock for the short term. So let's look at TBGI, let's look at now, and then let's also look at Cebu Pacific. Okay, TBGI. Okay, TBGI, let me just pull up the charts so I can show you it to you from a better angle. Okay, here we go. TBGI, look at this. It's now starting to consolidate, no? For TBGI, let me just plot in support and resistances. To plot in support and resistances, you have one over here, and then you have a resistance over here. So now, for TBGI, if it fails to hold the 0.66 level, there's a possibility that it retraces to around, for the short term, no, there's a possibility that it retraces to 0.057 or to as low as 0.05. So now, very, very crucial for quick traders who are watching TBGI is this. Watch for the 0.66 level. Fails to hold that, it could drop to 0.56. Fails to hold 0.56, could drop to 0.50. But a bounce from 0.66, you can buy the stock and then sell at 0.77, which will just be a good quick trade as well for you guys. So there. While I go to now, just a quick heads up now for those who would like more about technical. So please remember, technical analysis is a craft. It's something that you hone your skills every day. The way you get to have conviction in this is for you to do it over and over and over and over and over again. If there's no skin in the game, there's no game at all. You need to study, but not just study. When you find a buy signal, you buy and you just maximize that trade as well. You have Marco Papa from Melbourne. I'll be back in Melbourne June this year, next year. By the way, just an announcement, we have a new seminar. We'll be in London in February next year as well. So for those who are in London, I hope to see you again. It's nice to be back, especially winter time. London is one of my favorite cities in the world as well. So let's look at now telecoms first. Let's look at this. Here you go, guys. Whoa. Now is sitting also at the support level. Now is sitting at the 8 peso support level as of this point in time. So crucial for now is this. If it fails to hold 8, I think now can drop to around 6.75 pesos per share. But if it holds 8, buy at 8, sell at 9.5. Again, buy at 8, sell at 9.5. You are a position trader, buy at 8, sell at 9.5. You are a quick trader, buy at 8, sell at 9.5. You are a quick trader, 8 fails to hold, it could possibly retrace back to 6.75 pesos per share. Now, if it breaks past 9.5, I think now can go to 11.85 because that's where the next resistance is as well. But if you look at it also, no, it's now trying to catch up and solidify that the 8 peso level is a relatively stronger support for the long term for now. So watch out from what happens with the 8 peso level for now. Next, let's look at Cebu Pacific. By the way, now for those who joined us just now, I'll list all of the stocks right after this, and this will be uploaded in YouTube as well. So I'm trying to compliment everyone. I've gotten a lot of feedback that they still want the YouTube videos, so I'm still doing YouTube videos. This will be uploaded in YouTube, but for those who requested the live videos, I'm gonna do this as often as I can as well. Kayo, comment, what do you like more, YouTube or Facebook? And then comment also below if there's something here that interests you in terms of the stocks that we've discussed and also talked about. and really things like this is what makes it fun. No? I really like to that's why I've been doing the lives more often again, because it's conversing, it's me having a shot that you can trade anywhere. I'm at the mall right now, but it doesn't prevent me from analyzing my stocks, and that's what's nice about stock trading and investing. It's you living your life at your own terms. It's you living your life at the comforts of how you want to do it. You want to travel more, you can trade the markets. You want to still work and trade at the same time. It can be done, and it's pretty much still possible as well. So now let's look at Cebu Pacific. I don't know who a lot of you guys own Cebu Pacific, but the thing about Cebu Pacific, no, from a revenue perspective, from a fundamental perspective, I just want to mention this, that it's pretty much gonna get battered down as long as oil prices will be high. Please remember, 3 years ago oil prices were around $30 a barrel. Fast forward to where we are right now, oil prices are around $70 a barrel, which makes it more expensive, and this will add up and pile up to the cost of Cebu Pacific in an already competitive airline industry. Why Pala's been dropping its prices? Probably to fight it. And then you have the entry of AirAsia, which is also in all intents and purposes a budget airline with the same routes as Cebu Pacific. So it will be interesting how the Gokongways adjust to this. It will be interesting to see how cutthroat the environment will be for Cebu Pacific. But now, from a chart perspective though, Cebu Pacific is pretty much bearish. When I say it's pretty much bearish, let me fix this first. Go. It's pretty much bearish in a way that here it's bearish for the long term. It's sitting though at a support level at 72.3 pesos per share. Now, why am I saying this? If the stock stays above 72.3, it can possibly attack and go as high as around it can go back to the 82.5 level. So for those watching Cebu Pacific, watch the 72.3 level. Stays above the 72.3 level, Cebu Pacific can go up to around 82.3 pesos per share for the short term. So interesting times, but I'm not a big fan of the fundamental story of Cebu Pacific. And lastly, I'll end with this. I'll end with this stock. Robinsons Land is very, very interesting. Why? Because it has also pierced and it has also started to reverse. One thing that's interesting though for Robinsons Land is this. If you try to look at it also, it now has a resistance that it needs to break at around 21.4. So here's the thing. For moving average perspective, it has broken out of a lot of moving averages already, but now for me it needs to break out of 21.4 if it wants to progress higher. So breakout from 21.4 for Robinsons Land will bring the stock back to around 23.4 pesos per share. So at 23.4 pesos per share, this gives the stock, in terms of gain, a possible upside. It will be possibly, it's at 9.5% trade. Breakout from 23.4 will probably bring the stock to around 26 pesos per share. So we've talked about stocks that have been breaking out from FB to SMC. We've talked about stocks that have been reversing. RLC is one of them. URC is one of them. DMC is one of them. AGI is one of them. We've talked about stocks that have sucked a bit from pizza to Bloom, which really haven't shown signs of reversals as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick Facebook Live session where we tackle the stocks that you've requested. Just keep on posting stocks that you want, and I'll make another video on YouTube based on the top stocks that are part of this as well. So that's it for now. Just one thing, earning in the market is not, people always think that it's rosy and easy, but if you want to build a career off of this, it's also hustle. It's also you spending the time studying. Please remember this: spend more time researching, spend more time crunching the charts than monitoring. You don't have to monitor it every second. It's a fallacy to make money in the market that you have to monitor. No, it's not true. That's not true. Please spend more time researching and studying the charts more than monitoring. Why? So this is what I do. I study the charts in the evening, then tomorrow, if there's a buy signal, I buy. If there's a sell signal, I sell, then I lock out. You don't have to watch the screen every day. Money can be made in the markets not by watching the ticker to the very letter, but by knowing the charts properly and positioning properly and buying with conviction. Please remember this: the market is a multiplier. You need to put a larger base for it to be very, 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 very beneficial for you. Alright, so that's it for now. I'm excited for StockSmarts Manila again next week. So if you want to learn more about this, I hope to see you in any of our events. And I'll just keep on doing this video. It's okay. You don't have to attend trainings. You can just also catch me here online because I understand a lot of Filipinos are in other countries as well. So that's it for now. God bless you. May this week be amazing and may this be your best week yet. So this is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you. Trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon.